We all have heard this idea about recharging our batteries like a bazillion times, but I think the way that you wrote it hit in a way that I think it was really more specific than just this idea of, yeah, okay, charge your battery. Sure, sure, sure. What does that mean? But you have here, we wouldn't let our cell phone battery drain to 10% before jumping onto a big meeting. We plug it in multiple times a day. But we often let our own energy battery drain to empty. Recharging can be as small as 5-minute activity. And you list some examples, but I just thought, I mean, I look at the girls in our troop and yeah, some of them are chronically at their cell phone is at 10%, they're 7%, 2%. And you're like, what? Like, what are you doing that is happening? And just the idea of applying that specificity of it instead of just, oh, is my battery drained or not drained? It's not a matter of that. It's not a binary usually. It's usually like, okay, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm only 10% drained. Or today has been like, a racing tornado and, oh, I am at 3%. I need to just turn off the lights and like recharge. I think that you did a really good job of explaining that sort of context to that instead of just like, yeah, recharge. Oh, we all need to recharge our batteries. What does that mean? It's so vague.
And I'll add to that too. The question I like to ask is, what do I need to be well in this moment? Because moment to moment, it's going to change.
Yeah.
And in order to do those small recharge moments, we have to look at our transitions. We expect ourselves to just move seamlessly throughout the day without considering what I need to do to help me go from.
I feel personally attacked.
You do? Because I felt my face going, what do you mean? I don't do that ever.
No, totally. And I mean, I just think about how every year, especially like, preschool, kindergarten, elementary school, but honestly for all of the years. And I have one kid who has struggled with transitions to every school year, every single time. And every time I would talk about how sensitive she is. She is an HSP. She's so sensitive to transitions. And then I'd be going through the same sort of thing, like going, oh, I'm just not adapting to this new school year. It's just so different than the summer. And it's like, no, I am not adapting well to transitions. I don't transition well at all. But yeah, like the day to day and the moment to moment, like throughout the day of transitioning from this thing to that, today being home, doing my therapy session on Zoom and having my husband in the other room and transitioning from that. I did take 5 minutes in there. Just after I closed out of the Zoom, I was like, I just sat there with my thoughts for a couple of minutes instead of walking in and just saying, hey, how's it going? Wow. Okay.
You pause there. We don't have to go. And then we can even model that to our children in the sense of
we don't.
Let's empty. Let's empty that.
Sure.
I think that's the part we've forgotten.
That must be a Canadian thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, Houston failed that.
I'm thrilled.
She's been over here a long time.
Okay.
She's an expat.
So it was something I had to learn along the way as well, especially becoming mom. And one of my clients that really stands out for me was a dad, and he would tell me about the ways he's burnt out, and I would reflect this back to him, and he would tell me, yeah, I'm going to work, I'm driving in, I'm on a meeting, and then meeting back to back to back, and then I get in the car, hands on the steering wheel, I'm gripping, and I'm getting home thinking about what I have to do when I get home, and then I'm there, and then my son just needs me, and then I'm flying off the top. I'm like, yes, of course you are, because you haven't paused to breathe in any way. And this idea of, could you take that car ride as a way to transition? Turn off the meetings, notice the things around you. Maybe you have a snack. Maybe it's as simple as having water. Or if that's not possible, when you get home, instead of rushing into the house, because if you rush into the house, although you're there to relieve your partner and the parenting duties there, when you show up irritated, we're adding even more to the load that's showing up at home. So then instead, could you walk around the house outside, just looking at things around you? Could you do some jumping jacks on the sidewalk before you go inside? Just something to recharge yourself.